entertainment capital of the world, we proudly present the Granville Humanitarian 20th Annual Man of the Year Award.
Daddy, it's starting.
The one, the only, Johnny Banks.
Uncle Johnny's son, shouldn't you be out there?
I shouldn't be here at all. I should be with you, kitten.
There's nothing you can do here, Daddy. Even the doctor says all you do is just boss everybody around.
Is that what he said? Well, you tell him that crack is deducted from his fee, will you?
Daddy. Well, I've got the TV on, and I can watch part of the show before they take me into the operating room.
Yeah, look, honey, you know, if this thing weren't in my honor, I'd be right there with you. Now, you know that, don't you? But don't be scared. I promise Daddy will be there when you wake up, okay?
Okay.
But I know it's really for the man we're all here to honor tonight. I could have sworn it was for me. A man, a wonderful guy. I love him. He's a legend in his own mind. Buddy Barton.
Daddy, you better say goodbye. You're on. I love you, and God bless you, Daddy.
I love you, too. Goodbye, kitten. God bless me. The last time I heard from God is when I called dial-a-prayer and they put me on hold. God.
Insight. Stories of modern man's search for meaning, freedom, love, insight.
There's one sin that underlies all the others. Call it arrogance or pride or egomania. It means rejecting our humanity and trying to be something we're not. It means acting as if we know everything and can do anything. This kind of person thinks he's the center of the universe. He treats other people as his satellites. He expects them to revolve around him. He has all the answers. He knows what's best. Just do as he says. You've met this kind of person. So have I. But if we're honest with ourselves, we must admit, on occasion, we have been that kind of person. I'm tempted to play God. So are you. Where does this tendency come from? What happens to us if we succumb to it? Inside, I mean.
It's a privilege and an honor to be Toastmaster on this occasion. Because they would have got Georgie Jessel, but he's at the hospital awaiting the birth of his new bride. And then he goes on to Israel, where they're planning a child in his honor. But really, this is a great thrill. A thrill that I shall remember till 9 or 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. I guess I know the late and great Buddy Barton, who takes wonderful pictures, unfortunately they're not in his name, as well as anyone else.
Hey,
I met Buddy a long time
2,
ago.
stay in tight. Keep off the empty chair. 3, get me a shot of the picture. Somebody get Barton on stage, will you? And get his writer. What's his name? Donovan. I mean, he's on next. This is ridiculous.
You see, I was working in the Borscht Belt, and they asked me to do a benefit at a small Catholic orphanage upstate New York. Actually, I went to a school that was half Catholic and half Jewish. It was St. Levi. Or maybe it was Holy Schwartz, I don't know. Well, my first thought was, now, what's a nice...
Yeah, okay, ready? 3 on the picture. Okay, somebody get Barton on stage. Okay, take 3.
Well, there was this one kid. He was about 15 years old. He stepped right up to me, and he had the nerve to say that he thought he was as funny as me. Well, he wasn't. He was funnier. He begged me to adopt him. Yeah, you see, in those days, the kids used to line up every week in the hope of getting someone to take them home, to kind of spring them from the joint, you know? Well, Buddy stood in that lineup for 3 years while they took the younger, cuter kids. And I guess that's where he kind of learned how to survive, you know, how to make loneliness work for him and drive him. And it really toughened him. And boy, he was going to need it in show business. Anyway, I looked at that talented, crazy kid, and I told the priest, don't bother to wrap him. I'll take him just as he is. Oh, boy. This bum always did have a great sense of timing.
Thank you very much, John. It's a great
Ladies and gentlemen, wait for your introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, direct from a successful career of doing my act. Here he is, Buddy Barton. Easy down, boy. You'll get your turn later. That's another thing. This character always had the nerve of a burglar. But I predict that Buddy Barton will be remembered long after Al Jolson is forgotten. But not before.
I'll remember that when I wheel you into the actor's home.
I'll slip you right in next to Mabel Norman. You'll love it.
Oh, I knew I should have left him at the orphanage. Folks, little did I know. When I took this guy under my wing, I'd lose my deodorant. I didn't know I'd be working for him. Can you believe that? He worked as a stooge on my act until he was 21.
Okay, ready? 3 on the next
And then
picture.
he met and married a
Take 3.
girl. They were introduced by a mutual friend, a bellhop. But she has stuck with him, stuck by him. No, stuck with him sounds better. She's been stuck with him ever since. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the lovely bride, Ruthie Barton. The Bartons, direct from their candy box, didn't have much time for a honeymoon because Uncle Sam had other plans for seaman, lowest class naval recruit, and he recruited his own naval for this occasion, Barton. He spent the next 3 years bombing in Vietnam, dodging bombs in Vietnam as part of special services. And why shouldn't he be? Guy was using my best stuff. But he came back a man. No, he came back with a man. Well, it was something. He found Bob Hope in the woods anyhow, but with a lot of experience and a lot of confidence. But that was all right. I didn't mind because I was pretty busy myself doing the old dial for dollar show. You heard the applause. But really, nobody was happy to see him than me, except maybe Ruthie. And it was great having him back. Not only as my announcer and straight man on the show, but the business was changing. Variety shows were coming on strong, and so was Buddy Barton.
Look, what can I say, John? It wasn't my idea.
Well, whose idea was it?
Look, the sponsors asked me to take a test. What am I supposed to do? Tell them no? I didn't know it was to replace you. If I did, I would have told them to take a walk.
And then they got the nerve to offer me job as the announcer, with you as the host, on a show that I created and did for 5 years. Boy, that's got to be some kind of a bad joke, but I really fail to see the humor. Ruthie, did you know anything about this? I didn't think you did.
Look, John, I'll tell them no deal, that's all. We can always go back to saloons. After Ruthie has the baby, she can come and join us, that's all.
Well, I suppose a father should be with his kids. Now, what the hell, as long as we're all together, that's all that counts. Okay, I'll go for it. Ruthie, take care, huh, baby? Watch out for that little actor, huh? I'm going home. I feel kind of whipped.
Yeah. Hey, take care of yourself, pal. We need you.
Yeah. Yeah, we all need each other.
Good night, John. How could you do that to him? Oh, God's sake.
For God's sake, what does that mean, for God's sake? What about my sake or yours or the baby? That's what's important. Now, maybe I can have a decent life for my kid.
Our kid, buddy. Our kid.
Well, you know what I mean.
But John has been like a father to you.
Look, Ruthie, I did this myself. I busted my hump for it. Now, I don't know Johnny or God. What has God done for me lately? Look, and for your information, John wouldn't even have had that job if I hadn't forced the issue. Don't worry about Johnny. I'll take care of him. I'll take care of all of us. Don't sweat it. Hey, Ruthie. Come on. Trust me, will you? Hey, come on. You with me? Huh? Hello, lady. You. Come on. You with me?
Yes.
Well, the TV show was just the beginning. You people saw him, you laughed with him, you loved him, and so do I.
Okay, get the next picture ready on 3. We're running late.
I didn't even know he had a kid.
Now that was a big year for Buddy. First his own hit television show, then the birth of their Kathy, and no father ever loved his kid more.
Here we are. Welcome to the wonderful world of pink. It's so beautiful, it's too bad we're not married.
You got enough toys here for 10 kids. What did you do, mug Santa Claus?
Yeah, but all we need is one. Just little Kathy here. And all you're gonna get is love, love, love.
Are you disappointed we didn't have a boy?
Hey, you kidding? Boy's only got one thing in his mind, you know what I mean? Huh?
You're like a little kid on Christmas.
Yeah, well, maybe this is Christmas. You know, I was thinking, when I was a kid, all I ever had were hand-me-downs. I mean, I didn't even have a chance to grow out of something, and I'd have to give it away already. But it's going to be different with Kathy here, because she came from us. You are mine, free and clear, and nobody's going to take you away from me. You understand that? Huh? Nobody. Yeah.
Maybe it was because he never really knew a family of his own. So Buddy grew to superstar. His own comedy series, Hollywood chasing after him, headline spots in Las Vegas, but he never took a job that kept him more than a few weeks away from little Kathy. I don't think Buddy would mind my telling you that the reason Kathy isn't here to share her father's big night is because at this very moment, she is in St. Teresa's Hospital undergoing tests.
You're wanted in surgery. Dr. Lanning. Dr. Rayban, wanted an X-ray.
So what is it, Doc? Come on, give me the bottom line.
We don't know. The tumor's there. It's in this area we call the Circle of Willis.
What does that mean?
Well, it means it's very difficult to reach. Now, we can make some plans to fly her to Johns Hopkins. They have some specialists there.
I'll tell you what, I got a better idea. You fly them to her, okay? Look it. You call this number, it's my manager. He'll charter a plane and he'll bring them all in. And I want the best. I want as many heads working on this as possible. I don't care what it costs.
No, Mr. Barton, it's not the money. It's people's schedules. You turn
Wait, you understand? I'm talking about my daughter's life here. Remember me, Mr. Charity? I raised the money for this whole damn children's wing. It's time to pay up. You owe me.
We'll do everything that's humanly possible, Mr. Barton.
Well, I've kind of run out of nice things to say about this schlemiel. This reject of me. So before I start telling the truth and shatter his image, I think I'll turn the mic over for a while to another longtime friend and associate of Buddy's.
Okay, ready one on a close-up of Donovan. And three, get ready for the pictures of Donovan and Barton.
It's really a privilege and an honor.
Pretty hard lately.
Ladies and gentlemen, the brain. The man behind the words, Buddy's writer, his friend, and his alter ego. The man who makes us sound funnier than we really are. And if he ever sobers up and finds out what he's doing right, he'll be out of a job. Ladies and gentlemen, people, let's welcome Jocko Donovan.
Camera 2, moving on Donovan. Okay, I hope you can remember his lines.
Oh, boy, this is all we need. This is your life with chasers.
Jocko, me lad. You okay? Oh, I'm
What are they, gave me one of them blank cards. For the last 12 years, I have known and worked with Buddy Barton. I've written about 5,000 jokes for him, and all of a sudden I can't remember one of them. So I hope you'll bear with me, folks, because I have had a couple of drinks. 23, to be exact.
24, but who's counting?
I've told him 100 times that 23 is a funny number, 24 is...
Okay, get the film clips ready to roll in case this guy fades on us.
No, where should I start? Well, last night I tried to put together the last 12 years, the television shows we've done together, the movies, countless charity shows that Buddy's worked, giving of himself unselfishly. But to really get to the heart of this guy, I got to tell you how we first met. It was on the deck of a destroyer, somewhere off Bin 1. I feel like I'm still on the deck of the destroyer. We were both attached to the same branch of special services, and at that time, I wanted to be the world's greatest comic. So I tried out my material on Buddy. Remember, I did hometown jokes.
Right.
I said, my hometown is so small, the local bar is a wino with a half-empty bottle of Muscatel.
Yeah, but I told you to say that the best cocktail lounge in town was a bottle of Seagram's in a brown paper bag. I mean, that town, they had lemon pledge in the gourmet department, you know what I mean? That town was so crummy. That town was so crummy, one day the tide went out. You know, it never came back.
Never came back. Right? That's a throwaway.
Oh.
Well, you see what I mean. He always topped me. He was always right on the money. Now, I suppose I could have made a living writing for somebody else, other television shows, other comedians.
Sure, George Zuko, Gail Sundergaard, Sabu. Some of you are really fine comedians,
Sabu,
the man had offered from.
But to tell you the truth, when you're ready, folks, to tell you the truth, nobody ever did my material as well as this guy.
Ah.
I'll buy that.
After Buddy Barton, everything is pick and shovel work. Not that it's always been easy. Oh, I think no, you don't need that.
Hey, babe, don't you think you better take off? I don't want Kathy to wake up and not find you there.
Oh, I got a sitter. Said she's going to spend the night. Maybe you and I could just go out and have some dinner. You know, just the two of us.
Oh, yeah, but honey, you know, a babysitter is not like a parent. You know, I mean, believe me, I was raised with enough strangers, I know. Besides, I've got to do a little post-mortem with my writer over there. I kind of died out there tonight, you know.
Uh-huh. Whatever makes you happy, buddy.
Hey, what would really make me happy, Jocko, is if you and those 6 guys you hired could come up with at least 3 decent jokes that I could count on when the red light goes on. That would make me happy.
They were funny when they left the typewriter.
Yeah, well, what happened on the crossing?
Look, why don't I go home and I'll make us all a nice big breakfast? You know, eggs
Terrific.
and
Yeah,
sausage.
terrific idea, but babe, I don't know when we'll be there. I'll tell you what, give Kathy a big kiss from me and remind her that we've got a date, the 2 of us, to go to the zoo Sunday, huh?
All right, am I invited to that?
Hey, be my guest. The animals won't know.
Right. Yeah, well, I guess I'll see you when I see you then.
Yeah, okay.
Uh-huh.
See you later, babe.
Okay. Night, Jocko.
Good night, Ruthie.
Give my love to Julie.
Will do.
Drive carefully.
Yeah.
Now, Jocko. They weren't really that bad, you know.
They what?
No, the monologue. I thought it went pretty well, didn't you?
What was this whole little psychodrama about?
Hey, Earth the Jocko, Earth the Jocko. What is it with you, man? Don't you?
Hey, buddy, you were dynamite tonight. Great routine. The next time, the pie in the face.
I thought you were a shorter person.
I could have been. I flunked the physical.
Oh, I see. Oh.
Hey, what's with Ruthie? She looked a little bugged on the way out.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, I can't figure out. She wants to build an apartment in my head, then subdivide it and put in condominiums. You know, go figure women.
Yeah.
Can I fix you a drink?
No. Hey, why don't we get a little bite to eat after I get out of the outfit? I look like a loser. Let's make a deal.
No, I'd like to, but I got to have a little talk with my head writer here before he Jim beams himself into a coma.
Ah, okay. Hey, great monologue tonight, Jocko. Sensational.
Dohurst, boy chick. Wait, tell him again. From the mouth of the big star to the little boy, the great monologue. Thank you. You were saying.
Yes, I was saying, Jocko, that I think your mind has turned to Holliver. Look, like I said, the monologue went pretty well, but hey, what was with that chick in the barber sketch? I mean, talk about unfunny, no talent. I mean, why hire a girl like that to do comedy if she doesn't understand the word comedy? Hello, comedy.
You didn't score, huh?
Well, you should have seen the size of her husband waiting around backstage. Yes. You know, one of those guys, you know? I mean, he had muscles on his breath. However, as I was doing the monologue, I did happen to notice a lovely little lass down there in the 3rd row center. Yes, beautiful little thing. Why don't you go down and scoop her up for me? See if she's got a friend for yourself, preferably female, and we'll all go down to Palm Springs and have a good time. What do you say?
All right, buddy. I'll line her up for you, but I'll pass on the other one, okay?
Hey, pass nothing. Come on. I want to go on and have a good time. I'm wound up, you know? Let's go.
Come on, buddy. Give me a break. I mean, it's my anniversary tomorrow. I gotta go home and get some rest. I promised Julie I'd be home right after the show.
I'll tell you what. We'll take a couple of chicks. We'll go down to Palm Springs. You call Julie from there. You send her some flowers. Listen, if she gives you any static, make me the heavy. You've done it before, right? I want to get out of here. I'm tired of breathing the smog. Besides, don't forget, we've got to work on that opening monologue for the crippled children's gig up in San Francisco. What's the matter?
Wow, you're something else. In one breath, it's where are the broads. The next, it's where are the jokes for the crippled children.
Hey, I do a lot of work for them. I raise a lot of money for them. Are you kidding? Besides, it's not bad for the image, and who knows, maybe someday I'll need the help myself.
Oh, heavenly brownie points. Well, that's not a bad idea.
Jocko, you want to stop sitting in judgment on me and go out and scoop up the talent before it gets away? Come on, Cato, warm up the Black Beauty. Boom, boom. We can be in Palm Springs in 2 hours. Boom, 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 boom.
Yes, and Mr. Britt. Harlem Springs, here we come. Oh, by the way, what was she wearing?
Who?
Oh, the Nafki in the second row.
Red.
Red?
Or she had red hair.
Red hair.
It was something, I saw red.
Red.
All right, bring in a red who's smart.
Hey, Red!
A friendly red.
Well, that's the kind of sentimental slob that Buddy Barton is. I don't mean to paint a picture of a saint, because a saint...
How could you do this to me, Buddy? That was my wife.
Look, I'm sorry. You know, you said she was divorcing you. I thought it was over.
It was over because I spent more time with you than with her. How could you do it, man?
Look, she came to my hotel room and she did a whole number on me, and what was I supposed to do, kick her out? I mean, I couldn't get rid of her.
Oh, I'm through, buddy.
Hey, Jocko, come on, where are you gonna go?
Anywhere. So long as it's away from you.
Look, Jocko, you're drunk. I'm taking that into consideration. You're gonna wake up tomorrow, your head's gonna be like a blimp, and you're gonna call and you're gonna say you're sorry. I'm gonna do you a big favor. I'm gonna forget you ever said it.
Listen, this guy has his faults like all of us, but he's been good to me, and he's never missed a chance to be good to children. Of course, you know that Buddy's built a career out of giving God the Bronx cheer. But tonight, as Buddy's daughter Kathy lies in a hospital bed, I'm sure that God is smiling down on her. And our prayers are with her, Buddy. And Kathy, if you're watching, your godfather sends his love. Now, you get well, you hear?
You know, Buddy, maybe we ought to call it quits. I mean, you've changed. And maybe I have too. It's just not there anymore.
No calling it quits, no way. No kid of mine is going to be bounced back and forth like a volleyball between divorced parents. Ruthie, I don't even want to hear that kind of talk.
The other writers and I have put together a series of film clips. Now, of course, Buddy has worked with all the greats, and this is just a random sampling. Let it roll, Wendell.
Okay, roll film.
Oh, really what I do.
Who is it?
It's the hospital for Mr. Barton, the doctor sworn. He says it's urgent.
Okay, let him take it backstage, but make sure he's back on the dais when this thing runs out.
It's inoperable, Mr. Barton.
Well, I mean, is it cancer or what?
I don't know.
You don't know? What do you mean you don't know?
It doesn't really matter. If we try to go in and remove the tumor, she'd be a vegetable the rest of her life.
Oh, come on. Don't tell me you can't do anything. There's got to be...
Mr. Barton, everything humanly possible's been done. Now, she'll be waking up in about an hour or so, and she'll want to see you.
Okay, we'll be over right away. This thing is almost over anyway.
We did everything we could, Mr. Barton. It's out of our hands at this point.
Well, whose hands is it in?
A wonderful guy. He just underwent...
No, I'm sorry. I'm sure you did. Okay, thanks, Doc. I'll see you in a little while.
Known to do strange things with turtles. Was he who? As well as anyone else. Except maybe the Pearl Boy. Actually, it was before Pearl Bailey. You see, I was working in the Borscht Belt,
say the best cocktail in town. Here's the funny mark. Okay.
Okay, cameras 2 and 3 on Barton. Bring it home on the money. Okay, all right. Take 3.
That about says it all, ladies and gentlemen. I'm proud to present the Granville Humanitarian Foundation Award to this year's Man of the Year, my friend, Buddy Barton.
Well, the last time a man had 12 such wonderful people around him like this was on Holy Thursday, and remember what happened to him. But then if you don't want to be crucified, don't hang around crosses, right? Hey, God, you up there, remember me? I'm the kid who kissed you off when I was 15.
What's he doing up there? What's he doing up there?
Please, please,
It was Ash Wednesday, as I recall. I didn't make it to church to pick up my ashes, so I did the next best thing. I took a cigarette and I put it out on my forehead. Remember what Moses said when he got to the top of Mount Sinai? Hey, this would be a heck of a place to put the hospital.
He goes into one of his anti-God routines. We're going to get blown right off the family hour.
Please, will you give him a chance, huh?
Well, God, it's true. I mean, I haven't called or written much because I'm not really crazy about your act. But right now, I got no choice. Hey, do you hear me? Am I coming through at all? A nod once for yes, 2 for no. Throw a thunderbolt, anything, you know? Hello, operator. I think I've been cut off. Yeah, the God I'm talking to is not a working God. Yeah, well, then let me talk to his son, would you? Oh, I see. No, she's putting me through to the old man. Hi, God, it's me, Buddy Barton, the Man of the Year. Yeah, that gives you an idea what a lousy year that was. See, God, I'm the father of that little girl lying over there in the hospital. Oh, look. I know I haven't exactly been an altar boy, but, pal, don't give her the rap for it, will you?
Man, if he's breaking in new material for his act, this ain't funny. We better go to commercial.
No, let him go. This isn't an act.
I mean, you got some lousy sense of timing, God. Here I am. Man, I'm surrounded by the best people a guy could know. Ruthie, Jockey, John, all of you. I don't know why you hung around this long. And God, now you do this number on Kathy. What did she ever do to you? Folks, boy, if you think I needed you before, you ain't seen nothing yet. Because I don't think I could make it. Come on, man, will you give her a break? You gotta give her a break, because I'm really tired of running. God, this time, I'm not kidding.
Insight is a production of the Paulist Fathers, a group of Catholic priests who seek to share the good news of God's love with all their brothers and sisters in the human family.